Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Two Beards Podcast. The camera angle is different, so get used to it.
Yep.
We won't be used to it. We'll stare somewhere up there.
I already did that twice now.
I don't know if I'll like this more. I don't know if I'll like this less. Maybe we'll continue. I don't know. It's just something I decided to do.
Here we are.
What are we drinking today?
We're fucking in for it today. Let me tell you what, there,
One
bud.
of his favorite beers.
Just the
of
best.
all time.
All-time fave. Can't get enough. So sad they only brew it once a year. Just want to stock up and drink it all year. It is the Pert Fresh Hop IPA from Crux Brewing Company. They are from Oregon.
Feels like it's just been a few weeks since we last did a fresh hop on the podcast.
Yeah. That's kind of
But
true.
that can't make sense because it's just now
Yeah.
fresh hop season.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They are still harvesting. They are in the middle of harvest.
Yes, this is by Crux Fermentation Project, which is located primarily in Bend, Oregon, I believe. Willamette Valley, also in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And this is with the Mackenzie hop, which is from there, and relatively new hop. They had it last year. Last year, 2021, Pert had the Mackenzie fresh hop. 2 years before that, because I don't know what we were doing in 2020. No one knows. They might not have even made this in 2020. Who knows? 2019, I want to say off the top of my head, Centennial.
Mm.
So this is a different recipe than the original Pert I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
We're in for it. Either way. I can't smell shit because Renee is selfish and gave me her cold.
How?
I don't know. I drank whiskey. I had just about every single medicine that I could take in my medicine cabinet, including old antibiotics. And here we are.
Yeah, I think I'm immune to that stuff now.
Good.
I got COVID like a long time ago, and I think that was the last time in my life I'm going to be sick.
I thought that was going to be the case.
I was like, this is the one, right? Like, I was like, I never get sick.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get sick because this is apparently a bad one.
Yeah.
Got sick, and now I think I'm just immune.
So, getting closer to 30 is proving that theory wrong for me. And that's where I'm at, sadly. So, I don't know how to combat it other than to just ignore it, which is what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working pretty good for me. I've had, my throat was sore for 2 days, and
Maybe
now
you need to up your beef intake.
That could be. I haven't had a lot of beef recently, so guess I'm going to get burgers tonight.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Love it. Thanks for dinner. But yeah, so extra pissed off that, of course, I'm going to get sick the week that we go camping too. For fuck's sake. I'm fine now. It's just my nose that's running, but really? I'll tell you right out the bat, this is the best they've ever made.
I was going to say, I think you'll actually quite like this one because it's very floral and grassy.
Yes,
a
it is.
lot.
This is pretty decent, actually.
Aftertaste is a little funky.
Yeah, and it's a little smooth. I'd like it to be a little more crisp, personally. Or maybe not crisp, but have a little more bite, if I say that. Yeah,
I'll let you say it.
Thank you. It's a little smooth, a little creamy almost, you know?
When you say crisp, what you mean is sharp.
I know, and that's why I took it back.
Right?
Yeah, I took it back.
Yeah.
I called
sharp.
I called it bite. I felt like that's
an end.
Very similar to sharp. So,
someone takes some scissors and.
Oof. Just got some visuals.
Well, when I think bite, I think of nasally, a nice rye that's just pungent.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that.
I agree. This is the best so far.
Yes.
thus far.
Normally it's like very yeasty and bready and just like shit. Like not it always tastes nothing like an IPA.
The first time we had it, we described it as a super soft beer.
Accurate.
Just kind of all fluff.
Yeah.
This one actually feels like you got some flavor going on in there.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, I definitely getting some hoppiness in here, some decent amount of bitterness.
And actually, like that was kind of maybe it was just like that year, that harvest kind of thing, but like a lot of the beers last year I felt were lacking in like hoppiness and like hop flavor.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we were pretty disappointed with last year, where I feel like the year before, or maybe it was 2019, we were like half and half.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, yeah, we got some good ones, got some not so good ones. But yeah, last year, I feel like every single one we grabbed, we were like, eh. You know, it's either like not great or like, eh.
I wonder if this is a sign that like Born Yesterday will come back.
Hey, could be.
I wonder if like things had just been scaled back so much, like they had to like ramp up again.
That could be. I could see that. I would love that.
So last year we described the look of this as golden,
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
golden orange,
Yeah.
clear, some carb.
That's also pretty accurate.
Smell burnt, kind of mellow.
Would love to tell you. Funny enough, I can still taste really well.
To me, this kind of smells like a crayon, like it's waxy.
It kind of tastes that way too. It's like a smooth crayon feel.
Huh.
Weird.
Taste, bit sweet, bit weedy, bit... I think it's supposed to be hoppy.
Okay, well...
But it's a G. It's a GH.
Bit goppy. Bit goppy.
Bit citrus. Well, we got a lot of bits.
Yeah, I feel like it is definitely... So that is how I remembered it, and it is different this year.
Feel is thick and fluffy. I wouldn't describe this as thick.
I wouldn't say thick.
Wouldn't say fluffy either.
No, I would say smooth, not fluffy.
I would say smooth.
And the weediness is almost gone, thankfully.
Replaced by like grassy.
Yeah, which
is nice. A lot better.
Nice. Yeah. Please keep this. Crux, whatever the fuck you guys did this time around, do that again, but also a little better.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We got time to change our opinions.
I am happy to drink 2 of these right now.
Yes.
So.
So just to go off to a different topic here, as one does on a podcast.
As one does.
How's Xandor? How was Xandor? That's a good face.
So, let me lay out a timeline here of.
Can I set expectations for what I had theorized?
Sure. Yeah.
So, like, you could prove me wrong or prove me right, but my theory was, because they dropped 3 episodes. Did you watch all 3?
I did watch all 3.
My theory was that the first 2 had so little content to draw people in that they're like, hey, we got to drop more than 1 episode. Let's drop 2. And then they watched the second one and they're like, it's not going to pull anyone in yet. Okay, let's add in the 3rd. Okay, now we got something to work with. We got a cliffhanger here. We can end it right here. Okay, let's release these 3. We'll announce it like it's a cool thing. Oh, you get to watch 3 episodes up front, but really we're just tricking you because we don't have anything to pull you into the story. So 3 episodes, here you go. That was what my theory was.
True. So let me lay out let's backtrack and really lay it all out here. So
yeah, spoilers if you
probably, yeah. So Disney buys Star Wars. Okay, yeah, I'm going way back. they released The Force Awakens, and you're like, wow, that was pretty much A New Hope, and like dialogue was like worse than prequels.
Well, you got to remember, you put it in time frame though. For the first like month, people were stoked about it.
Yes, and myself included, but at the same time, I was also vocal. I'm like, it was a rehash of A New Hope.
Yeah,
like,
but people were like making excuses for it. They're like, it's a callback, nostalgia, get everyone back into the series. Yeah, it's really cool.
Exactly. And then they come out with Rogue One, and you're like, okay, this was fucking awesome. That was a great movie. Oh man, now I'm fucking stoked for the next movie in the trilogy. And then The Last Jedi comes out. It just takes a massive fucking shit on Star Wars as a whole and basically predicts what the rest of the franchise is going to look like. Then Solo comes out, and it's pretty decent. It's pretty good.
Even though no one watched it.
No one watched it.
I would argue might be the best film.
Yeah, I disagree. You like that more than Rogue One.
I flip-flop.
Yeah, that's
true. I really
true.
do flip-flop.
That is true. That's true.
But I really like Solo.
I get that. It was really well done. I love I forget the guy's name, the main guy who played Han. I think he did such a fantastic job of like, he's not Harrison Ford, but like he played the part perfectly. Han. Yeah, I thought he played the part perfectly.
He played Han better than Harrison Ford played Han in the newest trilogy.
In the newest one, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. Then they have The Rise of Skywalker, and that was a fucking shithole. And actually, even before then, I think they had season 1 of Mando, I think.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It might have been Rise of Skywalker first. But either way, then Mandalorian comes out. And you're like, it's not bad. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely way fucking better than Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Then season 2 of Mando comes out. You're like, oh, this shit's fucking lit. Like, they just fucking are dragging all these, like, fucking fan favors in left and right. And
now you're outside of my zone of expertise.
Fair enough. You really should watch season 2 of Mando because that is really good.
I probably definitely won't.
It is really good. It is on par with Solo and Rogue One for me. Great. 100%. And then they fucking come out with I feel like there was one before this, Obi-Wan. Why do I feel like there was a show before Obi-Wan?
Because there was an animated something.
Well, they did Visions, and that was like an anime. And they released season 7 of the Clone Wars, which was also really good. And the Bad Batch. They did do the Bad Batch. That was all right. It was yeah. Obi-Wan was not fucking great. Obi-Wan had like 2 cool moments, and the rest of it was like a fucking polished shit. Like, I don't know who the fuck wrote that, but they did a god awful fucking job. Oh no, sorry. It was Book of Boba Fett. That's what it was. Book of Boba was before Obi-Wan. That was an absolute piece of shit. There was like 2 episodes where it was like nothing about Boba Fett at all, and it was just like Mando. Like it was like continuing off season 2 of Mando.
So fucking
and those were the good episodes. Yeah, it was hilarious. The actual Boba episodes was like the first 10 minutes was like, oh ha, that's cool. And then at first 10 minutes you're like, this is fucking terrible. This is absolutely terrible. And then Obi-Wan was shit. And then now they're like, hey, Andor, 3 fucking episodes. It's going to be awesome. So, first 2 episodes were really fucking slow. They're really slow.
Mandalorian walking out of the ship takes all 20 minutes. End of episode 1. Boom, done.
Probably would have been better.
Haven't even seen Andor yet. Just takes different, like, they just take a drone around Andor being like, and this is the green wetlands of this tribe. And this.
It was pretty bad. Well, no, sorry. I shouldn't say bad. It was pretty slow. It actually, these first 3 episodes are already better than the entire series of Obi-Wan. Already better than the entire series of Book of Boba Fett. And debatably better than the first season of Mando. It does seem pretty good. But, like I was telling Jack, I'm like, I don't feel like I have to watch the next episode. And I don't think that's fair. Like, when I watched Expanse, after the first episode, I'm like, holy shit, that was amazing. I got to keep watching this. Like, it was weird and like kind of, I don't slow-ish, but like it got you very intrigued.
Yeah, I get what
I should say that. Terminalist, first episode of that, I was like, whoa, that was intense. I got to keep watching this show.
Brings you into a story, and then like not only does it draw you into the story, but it also feels, I mean, like they're episodes, but it feels episodic.
Yeah.
Right? You have mini plots that are a part of this greater plot. So each one in itself is interesting.
This didn't accomplish in 3 episodes what Terminalist did in 1 episode. And so for that reason, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I may at some point when the whole series is released or the whole season is released, I may go back and watch it. But like, I'm not going to give them their week-to-week ratings bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because it's not good enough.
No fucking hate watching.
Exactly. It's just not good enough. And I literally watched someone do a breakdown of it and they're like, oh, you got to take it for what it is. I'm like, no, you don't have to take it for what it is. You can just admit that it's not that great and not watch it.
And like, people need to start doing that more with things. Like, it's not just Star Wars. It's not just streaming stuff. It's like the gaming industry. We talk about it all the time.
Oh,
you know, we didn't buy Vanguard. Like,
yeah,
no, I'm not going to buy your piece of shit game.
Yeah.
Just not going to.
Even, granted, you know, they already got the money, but even Cold War, like you bought that, but like, I don't think we played a single match of multiplayer.
I didn't play a single minute.
Yeah.
Like I could. I don't think I have it downloaded anymore, but I could pull it up and it has like times play. It's funny, in the main barracks, it has like this graph, this like circle chart of time played.
Yeah.
And like the red part is zombies time played and the blue part's multiplayer. I'm just a red circle.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Right. And zombies was like pretty decent. It was pretty good.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I didn't play the campaign on that one. Like you said, we didn't play a single minute of Vanguard.
No, didn't buy it. Nothing.
Yep. Nope. And so, but this next one, it actually seems like, especially the multiplayer and the campaign, it seems like they actually did well. So I do not have a problem buying this one.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to feel some of the concerns that you and the rest of the community is feeling for Warzone. I'm starting to feel those concerns. But I think multiplayer is still going to be pretty good.
Even if I don't love all the design decisions that they chose, I feel like it's still going to be a finished game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas Vanguard, it didn't feel like a finished game. It felt just like a rush project. We don't have anything this year, so we're just going to push content out.
Even the Warzone map sucks ass.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
And that's how I feel about like a lot of the Disney stuff. I'm like, you guys just don't have, like, you just don't have the writers writing good enough content. So you try to make up for a lack of story and content with like incredible visuals, and they do very well at that.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mando, like if you just looked at it, it looks very good.
It's beautiful. It really is.
And I'm sure the other series are the same way, but it's just like, that's just not enough.
Yep, 100%. It's a disservice, honestly. And yeah, it doesn't deserve your money, doesn't deserve the stats that you give to it. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about Call of Duty, now I can't remember. I don't remember.
Warzone map looks dog shit. Well, Caldera,
yeah, it does look like dog shit. I don't remember.
Dude, we're close, man. Month away from the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Dropping.
Yeah. Did you watch any footage people playing today?
Nothing today, no.
Okay.
How much do you watch?
I watched quite a bit, actually. I had like nothing to fucking do today. So I pretty much just had Tim's stream open all day.
Did it look good to you, or?
It did, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty stoked on multiplayer, actually.
Okay.
It does look good. Because, I mean, like, everyone's like complaining about slide canceling while they're playing multiplayer. And I'm like, when the fuck did you slide cancel in multiplayer anyways? Like, that's like not really needed.
Yeah. I got mixed feelings because like the bunny hopping mechanic right now is crazy, like for challenging stuff. So there's still some like they still have tack sprint, so you can like sprint and use that momentum to bunny hop, and that feels like you're gonna have that sweaty way of challenging, but you're always gonna have sweaty ways of challenging.
Yeah, there'll be something. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I think for like more casual people, I think it's probably going to be good. But like, I heard that the spawning mechanisms are the same as Modern Warfare 2019. Which is kind of garbage.
Yeah, I have heard spawning is pretty garbage. Yeah.
And then the minimap changes. I fucking don't like that decision.
That is stupid. That is absolutely fucking dumb. I agree. It doesn't make sense.
Like in Modern Warfare 2019, I felt like I had to run a UAV all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the only, like, that was just the way you could see enemies on the minimap. So that's what I did.
Right.
In Modern Warfare 2, I rarely did. Like, it was always like Harrier, Chopper Gunner, and something else.
Yep.
I can't remember the streaks. Maybe it was like Precision Airstrike, Harrier, Chopper Gunner.
You're saying in old Modern Warfare 2?
Old Modern Warfare 2. Because, like, the whole point was stacking up, getting these crazy streaks, stacking up to get a nuke.
Yeah.
Now it's like, to get a nuke, you have to get 25 gun kills. Your streaks don't stack. I don't know if it's the case for this one, but 2019, your streaks didn't stack on top of each other. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to run UAV, counter UAV, and something else.
Yeah, because that was the thing. I forget what... in Modern Warfare 2, you like wouldn't even run UAV. Your first kill streak could be like a 4 or even 5.
Yeah, I think Precision was like a 5, and like if 4 was care package, 5 was airstrike.
5 was Precision Airstrike and
Predator Missile.
Predator Missile, yeah.
Yeah, so I would run Predator Missile. If I get a double kill with Predator Missile, I got a Harrier.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to get 4 kills with Harrier to get the Chopper Gunner.
Yep.
Or the AC-130. I prefer Chopper Gunner, but...
Yeah, I agree. I like Chopper Gunner too.
But that was always fun. Like, you got these streaks that you could, like, stack and roll over.
Yeah,
you don't
100%.
have that anymore, which is kind of lame.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it was just part of the game, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, you don't think about those things when you're in the moment of it, right? Like, and then until you're on the other side and you're like, oh, that was actually pretty cool. That, like it annoyed you in the moment, right? When someone just, like, fucking predators you and then they get a Harrier, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then when you're on the other side of it and like it just doesn't exist, you're like, actually, it's kind of bogus now. It's just kind of boring.
Well, and like I always felt like the minimap argument, right? So for those who don't know, there's a minimap in your top corner that kind of shows the area of the map you're in, or like an expanded area of the map area you're in. And if an enemy fires an unsilenced weapon, they appear as a red dot. Now they don't unless there's a UAV active, and then if they're firing, they'll appear on the map as a red dot. But so the old school counterplay was always you put a silencer on.
Mm-hmm.
And that might have, maybe you miss out on having a red dot sight, or maybe your bullet velocity is lower, so there's some impact to you. But like
lower
you're
TTK.
Yeah, but you're countering by not being on the radar.
Yeah.
And then like the kill streaks, it was like, okay, now I got to switch to a class, or I got to have a class where I have a launcher where I can shoot these kill streaks down.
Yep.
Like I felt like I was in control of countering what the enemy was doing.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yep.
Like they were adjusting to my strategy, I'm adjusting to their strategy. And now it's like, hey, we just kind of want to like make sure everyone's always on the same level playing field all the time. You can't get an advantage. There's no reason to switch up your strategy.
Makes sense though, right? Like the way that people think these days, like, oh, we all have to be equal. No, actually that makes things not fun.
Yeah, I want some lobbies where like I'm just better than the other team, and I want some lobbies where they're just better than me.
Some of the most fun matches I ever played is when I just got fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
And I'm just screaming my fucking head off, running in circles around Rust, just getting annihilated. Like, those are some of the funnest matches ever.
Yeah, I have, like, some of my favorite memories of, like, those Call of Duty games are, like, playing with friends and them just getting fucked and just raging.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like Phil jumping up out of his chair yelling, "Put it in my butt right now," because he just kept getting killed by this one guy.
Dude, yeah.
And it's just like moments like that where it was just so fucking funny.
Oh my God, yeah, we were just in Cameron's basement, like all of us fucking dudes, and just like, I just remember just screaming my fucking head off, dude. I get a little ragey now. Like, I would fucking lose it in Modern Warfare 2. Oh my gosh. Like,
we were playing Sticks and Stones, and like one of my friends kept getting throwing knifed or something. And
that'll get you there. That'll get you there.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
And there's the big tub of red vines or whatever, and in one of his raging moments, I took one out and I just chucked it as hard as I can and said throwing knife, and it hit him straight in the chest.
Can't escape it. In-game,
not even in real life.
In game and IRL, you fucking get throwing knife. Just susceptible, bitch. That's so good.
One of my favorite things was someone gets Predator, Harrier, Chopper Gunner.
Yeah.
And, they got like 10 kills in the Chopper Gunner. So in your head, you're like, they're 20, 21 or something. And then like everything in your brain is like, I got to go hunt them down to stop the nuke.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Like, you'd be every time you die, you'd check the stats and you'd see someone at like, fucking like 10, 12 kills. And you're like, oh,
Nick, why'd you die to that fucking guy?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, honestly. No, and what's funny is that they take away stacking streaks in order to help level the playing field. I feel like it does the opposite, because I've always been very medium at COD, like never amazing, but I was never like complete shit. And so like I'd get the 3, or not the 3, I'd get the 5 in a row to get the Predator missile. And like once I got that, then it's like, okay, now that's building more momentum for me to like get more streaks. So it's like,
yeah, the streaks helps you get the Chopper Gunner, but now you're like, I have to get 11 kills to get a chopper. I'm just going to throw on UAV counter, UAV.
Never going to get that. Yeah,
Predator missile.
At least for someone like me, I'm never fucking getting 11 kills in a row, like without stacking streaks. No shot.
I never used those like kill streaks again. Once I learned that in Modern Warfare 2019, I never used those.
Nope.
Every game. UAV, counter UAV, Predator missile, or whatever it was called in this game.
Yep. Yeah, a little bogus. But I don't know. Yeah, they double down on some weird fucking shit like that. It's also interesting they brought Dolphin Dive back, and it's funny because I don't think it's going to get used at all.
It depends on how it's going to be. You would know more than me watching it, but I always thought, like, how are you going to do slide and dolphin dive on a controller? Is it like a one or the other thing?
I think I could be wrong, but what I think is if you're sprinting, it'll be like a tap to slide and then a hold for dive.
Huh.
But you have to be sprinting, I think.
That'll be weird.
Yeah. Well, too, right? Then that eliminates, or at least shrinks the amount of different controller configs people can use, because there's a lot of people that like to do a lot of different fucking shit with their controller and like tap and hold and things like that. And so it's like, I mean, PC is fine. You just have your fucking keys lined up, but all your keybinds. But on a controller, that you're kind of limited to just the default then. Honestly.
Yeah. I kind of like... So I like slide cancel in Warzone.
Yeah, me too. I don't think even facing other teams, it doesn't feel unfair or OP.
I've never felt like someone killed me because of slide canceling. I always felt like it just adds a movement mechanic for getting around a large map and large areas better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For multiplayer, I kind of get removing that mechanic.
I never found it to be like
I just kind of like the idea of simplifying multiplayer again. That's fair.
That's totally fair. I just never saw it being a problem in multiplayer.
I don't think it's a problem. I just like, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I never thought like, I mean, I do think there were moments where like someone outplays you in movement, and I even think that today in Modern Warfare, which I think it's fine because it's like you should get rewarded for having better movement than someone else.
Absolutely. It's just
a skill
it's
thing.
another skill. Absolutely. Like, yeah. Nick Merckx was talking, and he was just like, he's like, I'm absolutely all for just like widening the fucking skill gap. I think I forget what it was. I think it was slide canceling. That was like, he's like, normally I'm all for widening the skill gap, but he's like, this is the one thing where I'm like, I'm kind of okay with you guys getting rid of this.
Yeah, he said that but like, I think, I don't know. It's a little weird because he has slide on his stick.
That's true too.
He probably uses Pro Controller so he could have paddles. I just think that's the wrong way to play with your controller configuration. I think
Agreed.
slide with the slide mechanic, you should have it on B and melee.
It's got to be B. Yep, 100%.
And I don't think that's going to break your control. Like, I get the stick breaking and wearing down the little sensors because it's like a small piece of plastic and those break within a few hours of playing.
Fuck your controllers, fuck your thumbs.
Yeah. So, like, that's where I was like, he was talking about that and he's like talking about the sticks. I'm like, dude, you just played wrong then.
Honestly.
Like, you have to switch to tactical.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
In my opinion. Or get a paddle controller and learn how to play that.
That's true. No, I don't disagree with that at all. That's true. I forgot that's why he hated slide cancel so much. I'm like, dude.
I slide cancel the fuck everywhere and my thumb never hurts.
Totally fine, yep. And that's the thing too, is I never saw it as an offensive mood.
Yeah, totally.
I never saw it as an offensive move. It is purely defensive for me. Like, if people are shooting you from 100, 200 yards away, you can very easily...
I don't want to slide that...
Not easily, but...
You don't want to slide that slows down halfway through your slide getting behind a wall, because then... Because, like, you know, someone who did, like, a lot of the Car 98 quick scopes, I'm like, slide, motherfucker.
Yeah,
now.
Please, do it. Please, go ahead.
I'm just going to lower the sight and just shoot you now that you're stopped moving.
Yeah. But now it's like you at least have a fighting chance with slide canceling in Warzone specifically to like get away from people. But at the same time, it doesn't make it impossible for them to get you. No. You know, like we've killed multiple people who were like trying to slide cancel away. Like it's still doable. But I think like taking that away from someone, I think can almost make it impossible to get away once they're engaged and kind of like locked on you like that.
And very rarely have I felt like it was very rare, and it was never frustrating when someone broke my ankles slide canceling like around a corner or something, or door play or whatever. I'm just like, he just fucking...
He outplayed me.
Yeah.
He outplayed me.
Or I'd be like, dude, that motherfucker just broke my ankles.
Exactly. 100%.
There was a time yesterday when Sal and I were playing where I slide canceled into a bunny hop, and literally the guy did exactly the same thing. But I was ready for him to do it, so I like got the kill.
Nice.
But yeah, we ended up like both sliding and bunny hopping around a corner, ended up 15 feet from each other, and he still thought I was on the other side of the wall.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
We both had done it.
That's funny.
But it was like things like that where it was just like my mechanics were clearly just better than him in my reaction time around that corner or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And like it has been and could have been me on the other side of that play.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just like sometimes you get outplayed. Great.
Yeah. Right. That's part of the game. And that's the thing too. It's like I'll never get pissed when someone just outplays me.
You know when I get pissed in Warzone? When someone's ghosted up, honkered on their heartbeat, hip firing with some SMG, and they're sitting in a little corner, and they're just sitting there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, honestly.
And now you have a multiplayer that like has super fucking loud footsteps, crazy random spawns. It basically encourages you to sit still, and I'm like, that's what fucking kills me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it ruins the fast gameplay that like COD was birthed on.
Yeah,
honestly. It's weird. But again,
I'm still going to have a ton of fun playing.
I think so too. And I still think, I am stoked for multiplayer. I'm skeptical that Warzone's going to be better, but I think I'm still going to have a fun time playing it.
I think they're going to leave up. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be Warzone and there's going to be Warzone 2, or there's going to be like Warzone Legacy and there's going to be Warzone 2. So I think Warzone Legacy is still going to be active. So like if Warzone 2 is trash, people are just going to go back and play Rebirth.
And the numbers will speak for themselves. And at some point, like if it is that much trash, like they will have to do something.
So it's like with that in mind, I'm really not too worried about
That's true.
Warzone 2. Like if it like I'm excited to see what they come up with. If it's good, I'm stoked.
Sweet.
But like I don't think anyone can judge right now based off of what we saw because multiplayer is clearly the most polished thing right now.
Yeah.
Who knows what Warzone 2 is going to look like?
100%. And I mean, all the streamers were saying too, like today, they're just like, oh my God, this is so different on my own setup. And like, and you saw that in how they were playing too.
Well, and then like the other thing is when they were playing Warzone 2, it was like 2 or 3 matches or something, I think. And it's like, of course, things are going to be slower. Everyone's wanting to stay alive. They're all like basically professionals, right? Like it's going to play totally different when like, you have the game for the next 2 years and like you have a million games in between there. You don't have to be like super sweaty and like have to stay alive kind of thing. That's
a really good point because that was a lot of people's biggest complaints. Like it is slower. It's a lot slower. And it's like, well, like what you just said, of course it's going to play slower in that atmosphere.
You're playing with a bunch of people who are trying to make content on these like 2 or 3 games they get to play.
Exactly. So yeah, I think when the community gets their hands on it, then we'll have to really see. But
either way, I'm excited. One of my favorite things about Modern Warfare 2019 when I booted it up for the first time, I remember playing. I think I started with the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I played it all the way through, but I played like, several hours into the campaign and I like played it and I was like, the guns, the sounds, the atmosphere all felt like old school Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It didn't feel as arcadey as a lot of the Call of Duties became.
God, yeah. All the fucking Black Ops I've been hating.
Yeah, the new, even Cold War and Vanguard the same way. I like hear the gun sounds. I'm like, that doesn't sound meaty.
Even the moving mechanics just felt
pew, pew,
weird.
Pew. And I'm like, that's not...
No.
Like, I want some like grit.
Yeah.
And like the visuals in this one, I felt like you have a combination of great weapon looks and sounds, and like it kind of feels like a lot of the maps kind of look like Favela in Modern Warfare 2, where they're like a lot brightly colored.
Yeah,
they got some grittiness to it, but like I felt like Modern Warfare 2019 was desaturated. I feel like they bumped the saturation up. So I'm like, I feel like I'm getting the best of both worlds now.
I agree. Yeah, and that's another thing people keep saying about it is the maps are awesome. Like the maps are great. They're definitely, after people like playing more today, they're like, they've gotten a little bored of a couple maps and have definitely gravitated towards a couple maps that they really like. But I mean, that happens with every game, right? Like,
well, and it's beta too, so like they're playing on a limited pool.
That's true too. Yeah. So I'm ready for it. And it's also like just seeing this fucking content left and right. I'm like, I am ready to get my AR.
I do dislike, I think it's called the Hurricane. It's like an M4 looking gun, but it has a top load magazine like the P90.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like that as top load?
It's just the aesthetic.
It looks weird.
Is stupid to me.
It looks weird. Yeah.
I'm like, that's not practical at all.
No. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like someone to grip the fucking...
You're holding on top of the mag, and then
weird.
Like you can't put any accessories there.
Yeah. Makes no
I'm
sense.
just like, this
why would
weird.
Yeah, why would that be a thing?
Like maybe it's a thing, but like
I'm sure
why?
And I bet in real life it's like probably slightly more practical too. I don't know how
I don't think so. But it looks like a fucking Keltec weapon. Like it's just like Keltec's that one that they made the like pistol that takes the P90 magazine. They do a lot of those experimental weird guns.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Cool, like hobby in like gun, but not like
it's not. I'm never going to use this in real life.
Like Call of Duty Warzone, you're like going to battle for your life. Like I'm not choosing that gun.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Yeah.
But yeah, the M4 aesthetics, especially with like all this, like so the new Gunsmith Concept is amazing.
Yes.
I'll have to see how it actually plays out.
I hope it plays out well because it sounds amazing.
You can like basically they're taking families of guns. So basically like from like a modern gunsmithing thing, they're taking platforms. They're taking the AR-15 platform, the AR-18 platform, the AK platform, you know, all that stuff, and you get to swap out parts that like, you know, like an AR-15, you have like, you know, I mean, in real life, hundreds, if not thousands of different stock options, but they're basically saying like, okay, you've unlocked the M4, you can use these stock, you can unlock these 10 stocks on the M4, and now you've unlocked, I don't know, the AR-15 or whatever the other gun that they're going to call for it. And then you have these other 10 stocks that you can unlock. But because they share the same platform, you can take the stocks from either one and put them on the guns.
Yeah, you don't have to like, okay, I got the M4 here and I got the FAL here. You know, I have to unlock all the attachments on this one and all the attachments on this. Is like, no. The same fucking platform. So it's like you can just interchange this shit out.
Yeah.
Thankfully. On that vibe though, did you fucking see Granthem's post today? That fucking gnarly like AK that was very, very AR like. It was like it was an AK lower, but then it had like a fucking AR looking handguard.
I mean, that's so.
It looked really cool, and I just personally had never noticed something like that.
Yeah. That's a Fuller Phoenix. Jim Fuller built his like is the current like master AK builder.
Yeah,
and now I'm not like a AK enthusiast and being like, oh, that's a AK whatever model.
But like you kind of are.
What?
I said, but like you kind of are.
No. I'm not that knowledgeable. But
but you're trying. You're getting there.
But like
you want to be.
Yeah. No, I mean I do want to be, but I just don't even know where to start.
No, I know.
I think the current like Russian model is the AK-12.
Okay.
And those that's how a lot of their AKs look.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I just haven't seen like a very modern AK. Like I've only seen like the classic AK look. That's the first time I'd seen like an AK with like a fucking M4 styled handguard. I'd never seen anything like that before. It just looked fucking cool.
So I'm trying to remember the company that Zenitco. Okay. So if you look up Zenitco, and actually I wonder if they have a decent Instagram. I know I follow them, but I can't remember.
Sure.
Apparently they do not, or I don't, or... But basically, what I was going to say is they make a lot of the accessories, so that stock that's on there is a Zenitco stock.
Oh, okay.
And they make a lot of the more tactical handguards instead of the aesthetic ones and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
So if you look up Zenitco furniture, you'll see like a lot of the stuff that they make, and they're a Russian company. Zenitco.
I feel like
all one word.
There's a Zenit SPB.
So like here's a post from their build, which looks very similar to.
It does.
Yeah.
So that's fucking sexy, dude.
So
is that a brace?
It's a stock. So a lot of people put that stock onto like the KP9. When I was like, that's fucking sexy.
That's the thing. There's so many stocks where I'm like, all these stocks look fucking stupid, and all the braces look fucking cool in my opinion. But I'm like, I don't want like a fucking foldable brace on like my fucking AR, but like the stocks look fucking dumb. I don't know. That's just me stylistically, you know.
The Bravo stocks, I think, are the prime aesthetic for ARs, personally.
AR Bravo stock. Yeah, see, I don't like how that looks, though.
Let me see. So you don't like that top one?
It's better, but not really. No.
It's the B5 stock is the one I'm talking about.
Yep, that is what that is.
Yeah.
Yep, B5 Systems AR-50.
I really like that stock.
Nah. Let me pull up. This is riveting for everybody else, but
Hey, you guys can look it up alongside of us.
yeah. Look up the B5, the AR. I just googled AR Bravo stock and it came up. And that is what like most normal. Fuck you. Come on. Lower receivers, complete lowers. That's what most fucking ARs come with. Yeah, like that looks fucking cool.
That's a KP9 with the Zenitco stock and handguard.
That looks fucking cool. Like I like stocks that look like that. They're like very bare bones. Like I like how that looks.
Actually, this one looks like a brace. The tail hook.
That's what I'm saying. The braces look fucking cool on all this shit. Let me show you one on Arrow. Not that one. Might take a minute, sadly. Yeah, like look at the fucking I mean, are they both? No, the bottom one's not bad. Bottom one's not bad. But the top one, like that brace there, like I just think that looks cool. I just like that look better than like a normal AR stock. I don't know.
My aesthetic is the B5 personally.
I don't know.
But hey, just find a stock you like.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that's what we're talking about here, and but that's the thing. It's like ideally, like I'm trying to go the easy when it comes to the AR. Like, I want to go the easiest route, and I think going Arrow Precision is going to be the easiest. I'm also supporting a local company, and also they got some cool shit. So it's like I'm trying in such a small window to like pick out what I want. And I know too, like down the road, like I can just change shit out too. So it's like I can at least get something that I'm happy with. And then down the road, maybe perfect it, if you will.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, December needs to hurry up so I can get my fucking bonus. And I know you don't think I'm kidding. People think I'm kidding, but that's what I'm getting. At least getting the fucking lower.
So I don't know how this works with the AR.
Yeah.
But Haga Defense has a limited running of Coyote Brown ACR stocks, which aren't really your style, but I do like them. With the cheek riser and everything. They look like a fishtail.
It does look. Actually, it looks like a giraffe head. Turn it sideways. Tell me that's not that way. Tell me that's not a giraffe.
I won't tell you.
Yeah, not my style. Like I think that's cool. And I think on the right build, it can look cool. But
not what you're going for.
Not what I'm going for, yeah. At least not at first glance. Like, I don't know. That's the other thing, too. It's like, when I'm actually ready to buy shit, like, I'd love to, like, call these guys up, be like, I need help, please. Like,
like, you want this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I want an SBR, basically. I was gonna get a 16-inch barrel, and then I saw a shorter build today. I was like, nope. I want to get as close to an SBR as I can, please.
Well, the 16 inches is as close as you can get without a brace.
What? That's not true?
Yes, that is true.
What? Isn't it like the overall length? I thought you could have like a 14-inch barrel.
Nope.
16 is the minimum?
Yes.
What the fuck in this state?
In all states.
Really?
Yeah. That's how it works.
So what you're saying is...
build an AR-15 pistol.
I was just going to say, so what you're saying is buy it anyways.
Well... I won't say anything.
Can do.
What I will say is just build a pistol then. Like, because if you already like the braces more,
I
then
know, but I don't know. I would just like to have a 5.56,
no, that you can build an AR-15 pistol.
Oh, okay. I thought it would take. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need a lower caliber.
How does that work? Like what? How's that-
So your restrictions are, you can't put a stock on it.
Okay.
You cannot have a vertical foregrip.
Oof, that sucks.
You'd have to have like a hand stop
stop.
or an angled grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have an angled foregrip. You just can't have a vertical one.
That's so fucking retarded.
That might be it.
Oh, apparently I'm building a fucking AR pistol then.
Yeah,
Fucking
definitely
PCC, yeah. Jeez.
Well, it's not a PCC.
Well, not a PCC, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not a 9mm, yeah. That's wild. How fucking retarded.
It is stupid.
And it just further proves that
It
these
doesn't
people
make any
know
sense.
nothing about firearms because,
Correct.
like, we're like, oh, I can't have a fucking, I can't have a SBR. Okay, it's a brace. That's fine. What? Jesus Christ. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I can do something like that, but it's just fucking dumb that it's restricted at all like that.
Like, here you go.
Ugh. Yeah. What are we looking at here? It's pretty good. That's less than $1,000, chat. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Another thing that I hate about a lot of AR builds is when the barrel sticks out of the handguard like what feels like it's like a fucking 2 feet long outside the fucking handguard. I don't like that look personally. I like it like that, where it's like you basically just got the muzzle sticking out.
It just depends on like what you're trying to do, honestly.
No, I get that. I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't like.
Like, I'll throw an 18 or 20-inch barrel on that boy, and keep the same handguard. I like the handguard length; it works for me. So
Yeah. And I don't think an 18 would be bad on that either. I think 20 would be pushing it for me, but because that's 16.
yeah, it's 16.
Yeah. And I think I think an 18 would be fine, but I think a 20 would then start to be pushing it for me. Because I've seen builds like that, and it'll be like a 20-inch barrel, and then the handguard will be even like, fucking 2 inches shorter than yours, and I'm like, I don't like that. But you like what you like, and
And it all depends. Like, and not all of it's about aesthetics as well, right? It's
That's true,
like
too.
what you're trying to do.
that's true. That's true. Just trying to stay safe. And I also want something like I like the compact build anyways, like everything like ergonomically and like for what I would really be using it for anyways. Not to say that I wouldn't want, something long range for its purpose later down the line, but at least in the immediacy, because then also I think of, Renee using it. Like I think of something like,
Oh, then you'll want her to use a longer boy.
yeah,
Yeah,
Good.
with 5.56. Yeah.
yeah.
The thing is, like, there's also something to be said about the efficacy of the round in the barrel, and then like what the other implications are on using a shorter barrel. So like, shorter barrel, you're gonna have it's gonna be a lot louder,
Oh yeah,
louder.
that's true.
Gonna be quite a bit of recoil.
Yeah, a lot more
'cause,
recoil.
and then like with 5.56, it's meant to be a round that gets up to speed so it can go fast. It's not a heavy projectile like an AK.
So what you're saying is that whenever I get my SBR in quotes, because I can't have one of those,
Well, you can. You just have to tax stamp it.
and I'll totally do that.
Exactly.
Totally do that. That it should probably just be 9mm.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna build a PCC or build like something to fill that role, then
Just
build a PCC
Yeah.
or like move to or just a different platform that operates
Siri,
better.
shut up.
What?
Your fucking watch. She was listening.
Or just build it on a platform that doesn't need as much velocity, like the AK. Like shorter barrel AKs work fine.
That'd be fun.
Now, not to say that AR-15s in short platforms don't have their place. A lot of people run them in 14.5, 10.5, 12, whatever.
Yeah.
Typically, I think one thing is typically a lot of people who run those in serious fashion use a more expensive barrel.
Yeah.
Like higher twist and everything. And then the other thing is they're mostly run expressed. Like if it's going to fit that role, then fit that role.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, and that shit's fucking expensive, but like I would like to get a suppressor for it.
So there's the Honey Badger pistol, which is 300 black. So that's designed to run slower as a subsonic round with the suppressor. And 300 black, you use AR-15 mags and everything.
Right.
This is the Honey Badger pistol. Now it's expensive,
but that's pretty. That's fucking pretty. Jesus. How long is that barrel?
They're short boys.
I was saying, not a long boy.
Yeah, 7-inch barrel, 1 to 5 twists. So I think usually a lot of ARs are 1.7.
It's crazy.
To like 110, I think. Yeah.
It's crazy up.
Yeah, so
and see, this is what I need, right? Like this is what I was saying too. Like when I'm looking to build it, I'm like, I need to have like a fucking conversation with these guys because it's like, why? I don't know what I'm doing. Like I know some things, but not a lot.
Well, that's why I would say for your first AR, if you want to build it, build a standard one, build a 16-inch barrel.
Yeah.
Get a real stock, do the works.
Right.
And then from there, decide what you want to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Which, I mean, I want, because, yeah, I don't know. From there, I'll honestly probably just do like either a PCC build or save up and be like a real MP5 boy. I don't know. That's the other thing too. I don't know if I could justify in my brain getting an MP5. It's not H&K.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
I do. I 100% get that.
Because like if I'm already gonna spend like 16, 18, $2,000 on it,
it's basically gonna be $2,000. Like said and done, it's gonna be $2,000.
I might as well just fucking spend
$4,000
and just get the H&K,
the one that you really want.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you.
And that's a hard.
And hopefully by the time I can afford that $4,000, the ATF and the NFA are all abolished, and I can buy a real MP5.
Yeah. Oh god, dude, I watched
and have the fun switch.
God, yeah, I watched someone put it on fun mode the other day, and I'm like, first off, kudos to Call of Duty because God, you got that sound pretty accurate. Like, they got it pretty dialed.
Do you know?
Props.
I just want to throw this out there. Did you know that you can print a full roller delayed MP5?
I did, yeah.
Just something to think about in the meantime of when you can't afford to buy an MP5.
But you can afford to buy $1,000 3D printer.
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
Really?
They're not that bad.
Like to the size you need?
Like $200. Wow. So the only thing that's going to cost you like real money, 3D printer, barrel, bolt, trigger grip, everything else you can print.
And you don't need it's a trigger what?
The trigger mechanism. So like the trigger.
Yeah. And that requires a background check, though.
Nope.
Does it?
Nothing. None of those parts require a background
I thought
check.
the trigger did. I thought
Nope.
The trigger mechanism
Just
did.
lower receiver.
Oh. Like I said, these motherfuckers don't understand anything about
Nope,
guns.
they don't.
Don't understand anything about guns. Go ahead. No one watches this. Go ahead.
Just if you happen to peruse my Twitter,
Sure.
you may run across a gentleman whose last name is Luty, Luty. He may or may not have a manual on how to build an open bolt machine gun, all from a local hardware store parts.
See, this is like, it.
Now, I'm not a metal worker, but maybe you are.
Maybe you are. And maybe you'll
no,
thank me
no
later.
CNC required, you know.
It's mind-blowing to me that somebody could, with their own hands in their own garage, make something out of metal, and it's just illegal.
Yeah, no,
That is mind-blowing.
isn't it crazy thinking like, okay, zombie apocalypse happens. You're locked up in a Home Depot.
Yeah.
And you can build submachine guns.
Yeah.
And you can make your own ammo
Yeah.
in Home Depot.
Yeah.
That might be a little bit more difficult.
That sounds hard.
But you could.
But you could if you had to.
You could at least make the open bolt machine gun and you could go find ammo.
Yeah, that would take a while.
They're actually working on 3D printing ammo too. Just to let you know.
Wild dog.
And has been fired and tested and everything. Just FYI.
Yeah, but never mind.
Yeah, it's
Different
that's
conversation for another time.
whole other thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could lock someone in a Home Depot for 24 hours who knows how to make a lootie, and they can make a lootie. I mean, maybe it takes longer than 24 hours. I don't know, but
Still.
could be done just like out of Home Depot, just themselves.
Yep.
And it's just illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's
all
like
the parts,
everything in Home Depot is legal, but if you put them together in a certain way, it's all of a sudden illegal.
Isn't that
It's fucking
the
crazy.
stupidest thing you've ever heard?
Fucking crazy, dude. Like that is, oh my god. That's what like nobody knows anything about firearms. They don't know anything. And it's like
so just to give you an example, it's like making skateboards illegal and then
but wood and metal and urethane and bearings aren't illegal.
Even though they're used in like countless other products.
Exactly. Like, skateboards are illegal, but rollerblades are fine.
You're like, but like it's the same fucking thing.
The only thing missing is like the wood. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, yeah, no, it's the exact same fucking thing as that. The exact fucking same. And oh my gosh.
Like guns aren't some magic mystical thing. They are like, especially like the AK platform and like open bolt machine guns. They're very, very simple. Recently, Shinzo Abe was assassinated with a pipe gun that had
God.
an electric triggering and just black powder and metal ball bearings.
Fucking
You can't
PVC pipes.
You can't regulate metal pipes. You can't regulate ball
They were
bearings.
PVC, weren't they? I think they were PVC
Maybe.
pipes.
You can't regulate gunpowder because I'm sorry, but it's just like charcoal and aluminum and something else. Like
Household items.
yeah, they're like these are basic household things.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Yeah. It is what it is. And so what I was gonna say before you started that is we're just at this day and age, so like little to almost zero crime is committed with firearms that were produced via a 3D printer. Pretty much zero crime. That will fucking change.
Oh yeah.
The more they try to ban. That will fucking change. And what, are you just gonna fucking make 3D printers illegal? Where the fuck does that come from? It's insane. It's insane. There's just no fucking logic behind it. So, anyways, I started to write about this beer. How about this beer, you know?
Oh yeah, we're doing something.
We're doing a thing here. Other than getting mad about firearms.
Oh, man, it just happens so much.
It just does.
I'm either getting mad about them or getting too happy about them.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't call this.
I would call it orange.
I would call this orange.
No, I'd look gold from here.
Every angle I put this at, it just looks orange.
No, it looks gold. Look at mine.
I still think orange.
You fucking crazy kook. It is gold.
I think this looks like.
Look at it. Put it over there.
Oh, this is the blue light, so that'll help.
Yeah, look at that. That's fucking yellowy there. Yeah,
in the blue light, yeah, but like so that's more of a neutral light.
That's why I'll go orange.
Look at it under neutral light. It's like
it's not neutral.
That's more neutral. Like put it in front of your face, like line up against the light.
I don't want to do that. Still kind of goldy. Not gold, but it's not orange. It's not the same color as that. That's orange.
Well, break it out for our names. I don't want to be associated with you.
How dare you? Look at this.
And I will also comment.
Orange.
I think I don't remember last year's beer at all, but this looks like a lot heavier carb. Looks. I wouldn't say it feels like a heavier carb necessarily, but probably more than last year. But it looks
a little heavy.
Don't you agree? I got a lot of bubbles, like an abnormal amount of bubbles for
my second one's different than my first.
This is the same as my first.
My first one didn't seem this bubbly, personally.
But there's a lot of bubbles there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a decent amount.
I think I bet this is more carb, and I bet that's. It doesn't feel super carb, but I bet it is more carb, and I bet that's helping change the flavor.
I totally agree with that.
It's helping not make it a super soft buddy.
Yeah. I absolutely agree with that. Smell.
Well, I did say crayon. Let's see if it lines up.
Crayon.
I think it still smells like a crayon.
I totally see that because I could when you say that I could see that in the taste. I could totally see it. So I'm totally with you on that one.
Crayon, and I'll give it some vegetal hop smell too.
Okay.
But it's 100% like a red crayon.
Yeah.
Red specifically.
Oh yeah.
Red orange maybe.
Okay.
No, red.
Oh wow.
Take that back.
I appreciate your commitment. Yeah. Taste. We got hoppy. We got floral. We got grassy. Little sweet on the back end.
What do you think? Mango or grapefruit for that sweet back end?
Ooh, I could see a watery mango. I could see that. Did you say it were grapefruit?
Sorry.
You meant cantaloupe.
I did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say melon.
You know what's weird is I heard cantaloupe, even though I know you said grapefruit. I know you said grapefruit, but my brain thought cantaloupe.
Yeah.
That you implanted the thought in my brain.
Well, then you said, did you say grapefruit? And I was like, I think I said melon. And then I was like, I didn't say melon. I said grapefruit. And then you were like cantaloupe. And I was like, that's what I want. That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty, I think it's cantaloupe.
Yeah.
And I'm not I actually don't like cantaloupe, but it's working in this
It's
beer.
nice because it's not super sweet.
Yeah.
There is a sweet finish, but it's not a super sweet finish.
A not sweet cantaloupe. That can't be right. Kangaroos? What?
Yeah.
It won't.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me to add to that.
How do you spell cantaloupe? Why won't this work for me? Discard comment. Yes. Work! Oh, it's with a C. That makes more sense, you stupid cunt. Jesus fucking Christ. I need help.
Okay.
I need help. I'm feeling it. Just like Blink.
Feeling it.
Yeah, man. Oh, there's a U. That's cool. What are you highlighting? All right. Feel smooth. Like a freshly waxed pussy. Not super carbed, but probs more than previous years.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
Um,
I feel like you don't like creamy in here, but I feel like it's a little creamy feel.
I'm gonna add. Hold on. I'm gonna add something to look.
Okay, yeah.
Sticky ad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creamy. Let me give it a.
Yeah, creamy feel, not taste. Creamy feel. On the middle back end. The middle back end.
I'll give you silky.
All right. Well, how about we just combine that with silky smooth?
No, it's not
All
silky
right, it's
smooth.
different.
It's like a 2% milk kind of silky.
Oh shit. Let's see. 2% silk finish. Yeah. Critiques.
So I don't know that this is worthy to write down, but it's worthy to say.
All right.
It's the whole thing.
I get it.
And because it's really not about this beer specifically, it's about the series.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
It needs to be better.
I feel like you haven't really defined what, talking to Crux, I feel like you guys haven't really defined what this beer is supposed to be. Based on the series, I think we are experiencing the evolution of what is to come. We're not there yet. I'm excited. I feel like the first beer I thought was bad.
Yeah.
Last year's I thought was an improvement, but not like a very clear direction of where you're going.
Still bad.
Now I feel like, now that I've gotten 3 data points, I'm like, oh, we're on the up and up. Maybe in a couple years, maybe 3-4 years, this is going to be a really excellent beer.
Yeah.
So I guess my real critique of the series is, I just feel like there hasn't been a clear direction. But with this beer, I'm now excited for where we're going, and I hope it continues. So, like, I guess that's a critique and a little bit of hope tied in there.
Yeah. So, I just said define the beer. You know, I don't think that's
a good point, actually. I don't think it being close as possible to Harvest is anything special.
No. I think it can work. They just got to work on it a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And its defining characteristic, I don't think should be, like, I like the name Pert.
Yeah.
And I like how it's like, oh, this is close to Harvest. I think that's cool. But I think it should have more character than just being close to Harvest. Like, that doesn't mean anything when we're in the season of like fresh hops, where we're gonna drink 30, 40 different fresh hops. Like, I don't care if you're first.
Yeah.
I want a good beer.
Yep, 100%.
And if you're like, hey, we're delivering the freshest, close to Harvest beer that we can, we want you to get those grassy vegetal notes and you improve on this flavor, I think then you have like a story to tell.
Yeah.
But right now, I think you're missing something.
I agree. Couldn't agree more. I don't even have any thoughts about that. I feel like that wrapped it up pretty well.
Thoughts. I got a thought.
Shoot.
So you said we're still in Harvest, right?
Oh, yeah.
I could drink this while harvesting some hops.
All right. That's fair. That's very nice of you.
Maybe touring
Excuse me?
touring a farm,
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
this while touring, you know? I think this would be a good fit for that.
That's fair. That's very
But like that's
good.
most people aren't going to do that, so that makes your beer really unique, I guess. I don't, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm good. Kind of goes against. It doesn't go against what you just said. It just goes against what you just said if you take what you said verbatim.
I'm good.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
3.5.
Wow. Are you in the good or great?
I'm great.
Wow. Good for you.
I'm hopeful, you know? I think for me, so good. Well, first of all, are you good or fine?
I'm fine. I think it's a C. I'm curious to what I've rated it previous years.
So C is, so fine categories. Concept is there, not well executed. 3 to 3.5 is good, solid. Concept is there and well executed. And then 4 to 3.5 is great. Flavors don't hit perfect to make it an A. For example, not hoppy enough. I'll start and then you can contradict me.
Please.
I was gonna put it in good,
Uh-huh.
and I was really thinking like maybe 3.2.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me though, like I think they're right there on something that's really tasty,
Yeah,
like really tasty.
I agree.
Like a couple little tweaks. I think to your point earlier on, the smoothness aspect of it detracts from the grassy, floral flavors of the beer. I agree with you that you really want some like crisp, clean, sharp flavors and just to stop so you can drink more.
Yeah.
I think probably 6.9 is a little heavy on the alcohol side for that too. I think if you, I don't know, that's always hard to judge. But like maybe like a little bit less.
I don't know, because that could soften up the beer a little too much, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's hard to say. Yeah. But I think they're like right there on making like a really fucking tasty beer, and that's why I'm like, you're great, but you're at the very bottom of great.
I get that.
Right? Like you've got even a ways to go in that great category.
Yeah.
You're not even close to an A yet.
I get that.
So that's kind of where I land.
That's fair. So I'm at the highest end of fine there. So I'm saying that they've got a concept, it's just not quite well executed. And so I think this is a very tasty beer. I agree with you. I think they're very much on the verge of like if they just made a couple key tweaks, that this really could be something. However, I think those key tweaks are very pivotal of what the beer is. I think for the average beer drinker tasting this, it would be difficult for them to see where this beer can be or where it's going. I think for us, I think it's helped that we've had way too many fucking beers in our lifetime. I think it's helped that we've had this beer now for third year in a row, more or less.
Most people drinking this are probably walking in for the first time or have no record of them drinking it. So they have nothing even, like, they might be like, I feel like I didn't like this, or I feel like I liked it.
Yeah, been there. Absolutely. So having record of this for us, very helpful. And so I think, having someone like that try this, like, oh no, it's just too sweet, or it's just a little too soft. And for us, it's like, no, but they're like right there. Like, you got a lot of really great flavors going on. Like, I feel like the hop profile and even the malt profile too, I feel like they're really dialed in, because we'd said that it was way too weedy in previous years. And that's how I remember this beer as being too weedy, like too bready tasting. And now they've like toned that down and made it more of like almost more of like a caramely, but it's like very light. It's not the forefront of the beer. Like it's very much hop forward, which is great for a fresh hop beer. So I feel like they've definitely made really good strides, but I just think that the carb and like the feel of the beer and the finish are a couple key components that like they're bigger than minor tweaks. Like even though it's just like a couple tweaks, it's going to impact the beer far more significantly than what you would just call a minor tweak. So I too am excited for them to keep going with this beer and hopefully make some more necessary changes. And I would love to eventually be like, this beer is fantastic. Like it's a fucking A, because I definitely think they can get there. So.
At least knowing where this beer is.
Right.
If you would have asked us last year, we'd have been like, scrap it.
No shot. Yeah.
Scrap it.
Terrible beer. Don't fucking continue with that.
In the year, and same with 2019, like we just didn't like it. This one, I think, is the first time. Like I sent Nick a picture of these yesterday or whatever. When I picked it up, and he was like, "Fuck it,
fucking hell."
Yeah. He was not excited to record this episode, and I think he was pleasantly surprised. So
yes.
Well, that's the episode for this week. See you guys at some other point.
YouTube stuff, if you will. Otherwise, you won't.
Peace.
See ya.